Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about some tool belts and some tips for you on cleaning and organizing them. I have just a single tool pouch right here, leather, nicely made, and it's pretty full and I haven't cleaned it for a while, so I'm going to be going through my steps to both clean it and also organize it. So hopefully you'll find this video informative. The first thing I do is I go through the whole tool belt, take it all out, and I determine which tools are useful or not. Which ones do I have that are old and extra? So I'm gonna go through it real quick, pull them to the front a little more. Let's see, so these tongue groove, I'll do two piles here. So we'll say good, we'll say good and bad. So these, I don't need them. I got other ones. Cat's paw, I need that. Hammer, definitely necessary. Good one. Calculator, I have a phone, so probably not necessary. And what you're doing here is you're going to be able to lighten your load, because we're all about efficiency. Contractors, carpenters, we all are. But if you're weighed down too much, it can slow you down. And another thing that can happen is you might have extra tools that are redundant, meaning they do the same function and just adding weight. So I have this big pair of needle nose here, but if I have another small player, I really don't need two. I probably can go fine with just a small pair, so I'll keep that and get rid of this. And so far this is probably already half a pound gone. So then again, pliers, utility knife, these are necessary for most jobs. So that's a good pile. Chisel, punch, again, working with wood, probably want that. Pencil, doesn't weigh much, you need that bad boy. And once you start getting to the end, wrench, this one again, probably not necessary with the pliers. I don't use it a lot. If you have something for your saw, then maybe you can keep it, but I really don't need it. This was on a project like a week or two ago, so sometimes you'll find things from older projects and it's good to just set those aside. That is the first step of it. So finding all your tools, breaking them out, and determining which ones do you no longer need and which ones do you still need that you can keep, and once you're done, put them back in. Once you've gone through your tools, finding out which ones you need, which ones you don't, your tool belt or pouch isn't quite empty yet. There's still usually some other things, some little dirt, debris, and for me, that's the next step. So I have another little tool here that when I was doing some painting a couple weeks ago, I just had this left in. It's not too heavy, and you might think to yourself, well, it doesn't hurt to keep it in, but over time, these things add up. I'd probably be fine just tossing it back in there, but if I'm not going to be using it, just get rid of it. Put that to the don't use pile. And then some of the other things that I often find, like I have here a little drill bit, straight slot, stuff like this. Not organized. I'm not going to find that. It's just a storage spot basically. I basically will throw that in if I needed a temporary spot, so I'm not going to use this. So find where this goes and organize it. And again, I have a, 4-in-1 screwdriver here that has these things, so I don't need it. Again, it's redundant. So it might not seem like much, but over time, that weight's gonna add up and can make a big difference. Next thing, some of the other things are a lot of little screws and nails. That's another common thing. You're gonna wanna take them out depending on what you're doing, and I have a bunch of assorted ones here. Got a nail here, and then sometimes I have some hardware like this. I was mounting a little cabinet here that goes in. Get rid of it. You probably don't need it. You need it just for that single project, so I'm going to put that one back here so I know, get rid of it or put it away. Another thing, just like the little drill bit, had an extra actual drill bit. This is a tightening one, and this one's an actual drill bit, so get rid of it. You don't need it. You have a whole bunch of things, so you'd be fine without that for now. You can always go back and get it. And then have some other little things. Got this little washer. I don't even know what that one's for. Got that. Some other little screws. One of the things though is that you're looking for sharp objects. Like this right here, this nail. This is a little pointy. I'm actually a good example of what not to do a little bit right now, because as I was preparing to grab some tools and stuff, I was just down in my garage and I was reaching in an old tool bucket and I accidentally grabbed an open utility knife and I cut my finger a little bit. So don't be like me. Look what you're doing, because there's often those sharp things like these drill bits. They're still sharp if you go in there quickly. Another thing that's happened to me is I've had some screws, not badly of course, but if I go quickly and I'm trying to scrape them up, sometimes if I'm right on the surface and I'm trying to scrape, I've scraped some things like right under my fingernails. So in this last step, you want to be careful, and if possible, it might be best to just take it off and just empty it out. So again, getting rid of those little things and figuring out what you actually need for your project is the next step in cleaning your tool belt. Now that I removed all my tools and little fasteners, that type of little thing, the next thing you're going to want to do is take it off you, because it's going to be a lot easier, which you could have taken it off the whole time, but I didn't do that until now. The next thing you're going to want to do is go outside, preferably, or into a trash can. I'm just here right now, and you're going to really want to shake it out. And you're going to see that you're still going to get some nails. I'm getting all this little dirt right here that I'll clean this all up later, but shake it out and just get rid of that big junk that you can get rid of easily, because the next step is going to be a more in-depth cleaning process. So shake it out, inside or outside, whatever you think you'll find being dirty, getting okay with, and take it off so you're ready to proceed to the next step. After you finish cleaning up, getting rid of all your tools and getting rid of all the small screws and fasteners and then some of the medium debris, you can move on to the final stage, or the second to last stage of cleaning your leather tool belt. So I have a little bowl with some water here, a little bit warm, doesn't really matter, and an old rag, and I'm going to begin cleaning it. So leather, it's not meant to handle a whole ton of water. You don't want to completely soak it, but you just dip it in a little bit and you can just start wiping it down. Work your way around. I like to go on the outside first. It just looks nice that way, and then when I'm done and ready, I'll just soak it a little bit and get it all on the inside. So this might take a little bit of time. As you can see, it's already pretty brown in there, and you might get a little bit of the oil, which is some of the chemicals used to treat this and make it water resistant, waterproof, a little stronger, which that's okay, but don't scrub crazy hard. But again, you're just trying to scratch the surface off for some of that dirt and going around all these spots. So it might take you a little bit, but the more you do it, if you do it more frequently, you won't need to spend as much time cleaning it. So spend time, wipe it down, and then you'll be close to finishing on your leather tool belt. However, nylon pouches here, they do have a benefit over leather because nylon is much easier, they're able to handle water a lot easier. So you can really just submerge a nylon belt right under the sink, just hold it under the water and really scrub it, where leather doesn't quite have that benefit. However, leather over time is actually going to get stronger rather than nylon where it weakens over time. Leather, other than the seams here, it gets a little stronger, it tightens up, and it dries up a little bit, which if cared for properly and the colors will look nicer, leather can actually be stronger than that nylon. So that's why I prefer leather. So again, wipe it down, just some water, nothing crazy, but try and get rid of all that dirt in those spots and take some time on this. The next and final step in cleaning your tool belt, which unfortunately I can't demonstrate today because I don't have it right now, it's at a different location, is to polish your leather with a leather polish, a leather conditioner, whatever you think works best. If you have it convenient, it's probably going to be good. There are some higher quality brands than others, but most generic leather conditioner, leather softener is going to work fine on this. So take it, it's going to come in a little bottle, spray a little on, and grab another little rag and just lightly scrub it on. What I would recommend mainly though is just read the instructions. It's pretty simple. Just spray a little, wipe it, and give it some time to sit. And again, after you wipe it down, maybe give it an hour. After you put the leather conditioner on, you might need a couple hours to sit, but then you give it overnight, and then the next day, you can just start throwing your tools back and you're brand new. So hopefully you found this video useful, telling you both how to go from organizing which tools you didn't need, which ones are redundant, because things might seem like they don't weigh much, just an ounce here, an ounce there, but that's a lot of ounces over time, and you compound that with multiple tools over multiple weeks, over years, and that's a lot of pain and abuse on your body. So you can give yourself all the benefits you have by just spending some time figuring out what you don't need, getting rid of it there, and then going through the stages of getting rid of screws, fasteners, hardware, shaking it out, and washing it down, and finally leather conditioning it. If you found this video helpful, you can like it, whatever. And to learn more, you can visit us at rdawg.com. That's rdawg.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.